Hey YouTube, welcome back to Along for the Ride EV, and we have the Sea-Doo hooked up for the first time this summer. I know it's pretty embarrassing. It's been a long time since it's been in the water, and we're headed to the beach for the weekend, so just want to put it in the water and give it a bit of a run. And it's a beautiful day, so I'm going to take the opportunity and do some filming for you. We're headed to Bayfront in Hamilton. It drives about 43 minutes or so, 40 minutes. And of course, we're not in full self-driving because we can't be in full self-driving when we have trailer mode on. So we've got trailer mode on. I thought about taking it off and seeing what it would do. Maybe we'll do that on the way back, but we'll just kind of see how the drive goes. I got somebody behind me here. I'm gonna put it in park though and see if I can actually cruise, because I definitely can't self-drive or auto steer. So let's just quickly put this in park. Let's go to dynamics, charging, self-driving, and traffic cruise. Okay, so now we're good to go. So traffic aware cruise control is on. Not sure if we can actually use it though. Let's see, gotta recognize the speed limit sign here. I'm not seeing a speed limit sign on my dash, so what happens when I hit this? Nothing. Cruise control unavailable. So I wonder if cruise control is unavailable in trailer mode as well, which means when you're towing a trailer, you have to drive the entire time. Oh, there's a speed limit, so let's see what happens now. Okay, so we can get in speed limit cruise control. It just wasn't picking up. There was a 70-kilometer sign there. Again, big brain here, did not see the 70-kilometer sign. It's considering right now that this is a 50-kilometer max speed limit when I just drove by a 70-kilometer max sign. So even not in self-driving, Ruby is struggling to understand the speed limits here. That's kind of disappointing. But at least I can control it kilometer by kilometer and set the speed to what I want, which is really sweet. I really like that. I like that better than those drive modes. So the hope is to get to Bayfront. We're gonna try and do some filming with the summoning and see if we can summon it into the water and summon it out, or dumb summon, I guess. The Sea-Doo is 1,000 pounds. It has a full tank of gas, so it's probably a little more than that. It is pulling it no problem. You don't even necessarily notice the difference in the vehicle, especially on flat roads. It'll be interesting when we start getting into Hamilton and we've got some hills and stuff there. But just driving like this, there is a no-brainer. It is so straightforward and easy. I mean, 1,000 pounds isn't a lot. Again, Ruby's rated to pull 3,500 pounds, so we're well within our limit here. Just before we get too far into the drive, I wanted to talk to you about some energy stuff here. So, all right, so this is our trips here. So average was 137 watt hours per kilometer, which is saying it's 9 to 10 kilometers less than rated. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I don't totally understand this energy stuff, but just so that you get some sense of it. Trip A is the whole 14,000 kilometers in my car, and we're about 163.3 watt hours per kilometer. I reset trip B just after we started to kind of get a sense of the watt hours that we're using per kilometer and whether it's going to be much higher. So I wanted to do that just to check what it's like towing the Sea-Doo. I gotta say, this traffic aware cruise control is actually pretty nice. I'm sitting at about 103 in a 110 zone. I'm taking my time following this motorhome and trailer. It's doing a nice job of keeping pace. Your wheel allows you to scroll up and down in terms of your max speed limit for cruising. And then if you push it left or right, you can increase or decrease the space, the car spaces between the vehicle ahead of you, which is nice. I do have to say though, you gotta kind of pay attention. I'm so used to full self-driving, I'm thinking Ruby's driving on their own here. They are not. So you gotta kind of have that mindset that they're just controlling speed, you gotta do the rest, so you gotta pay attention. So we just dropped down to 100 max speed limit, and my max is set at 114. Thankfully this guy's only doing 104, but it doesn't adjust. So as your speed limit adjusts, you need to scroll the wheel and make sure your speed is appropriate for the speed limit, which again, makes sense, you're just cruising. One thing I really do like about the Tesla system is when you're signaling to change lanes or anything, the responsiveness, even if it's just a slight lane change, like even on a turn, of when the signal turns off, like, is fantastic. You know, you just hit the button, signal comes on. As soon as you're in that lane and straightened out, because of all the cameras, and I don't know if that's the full self-driving that's going on right now that's picking up on that, but I think it happens all the time. But just the signal light accuracy when you're switching lanes and doing things is fantastic. Better than any vehicle I've ever driven. I just love it. Yeah, so you definitely have to shut cruise off or hit the brakes because it doesn't necessarily adjust to speed limits, which I find kind of interesting. I mean, I guess if you had traffic in front of you, it would adjust to the traffic, but I thought it would slow down. I'm sure it slowed down at the speed limit changes. Could be wrong. Again, it's in trailer mode, so who knows what's, really happening here. I gotta say it's braking okay. I find it braking fine with the Sea-Doo on the back. This is always a bit of a nightmare. Gotta cross over like 4 lanes so quickly. The signal light also seems to recognize when you're pulling into a turning lane, because I just did a lane change there into a turning lane. I don't know if it sees the arrows. It didn't shut off because it knew I was coming to a light to turn. Now that could be based on navigation as well. I'm not sure what technology it's using there, but it's really convenient. Going back to that word that we used many, many times ago, things are so convenient. Perfect. It's pretty quiet here. Only 2 trucks and trailers, which is nice. That means maybe we can get some footage of us going in the water and summoning in and out. See how that works. So based on this, our average has gone up a little bit. This current drive, we used 154.4 watt hours per kilometer. It was a 50 kilometer drive, which is pretty similar to a little bit less for trip B there, which I reset. So I'm not sure what's going on with the 2 of those in terms of current drive, but definitely using more energy, I think. I mean, trip A is 163.3 watt hours. This is the whole life of the vehicle, which would include that trip down to Toronto with that wall of a trailer behind us. So maybe that's where that's coming from. Just got to figure out for when we go up to Port Elgin, because there's not many chargers up Port Elgin way, how much energy we're going to lose by pulling the Sea-Doo. But it seemed to pull fine. I want to get the car over the bump too. Okay, so we're good now. Okay, so in park, go into dynamics, turn off trailer mode. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, I gotta get in the water anyways. That's ugly. Put our jacket on. Oh wait. No, I'm gonna see if I can back the vehicle in. It's showing that I can, so I just wanna see, but thank you. Oh yeah, so let's see. I wonder how far it's gonna go though. Yeah, it's not liking that bump though, I don't think. Stop due to unexpected error. So I guess we're not. This is scungy. Okay, I guess we're gonna get out and just back it all the way in. Trying to stay dry, but that may not work. God, it's so gunky. So now I should be able to keep going. That's insane. And now I don't have to get wet. That's crazy. There we go. I wonder how I could probably take it all the way up here if I want to. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to be able to do. Like it'll roll right up to there if I want it to.
And it turns and everything.
No, it won't turn. I can only do this like when it's full self-driving, it'll turn and stuff, but when I'm doing the summoning like this, like the moving, it'll only go straight forward and back.
That's probably the coolest thing I've seen. Amazing.
Enjoy your day.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Okay, so that was a moderately successful trip. For some reason we couldn't summon the vehicle back into the water. I think Ruby may be afraid of the water is what the whole idea is there, but we could summon it out, which was perfect. Had some bystanders watching as that happened, kind of getting some information and filming, but yeah, summoning out was good. I was able to get the Sea-Doo on and then I could just pull the vehicle out of the water. It went pretty far too. I'm not sure what stopped it. We were headed up the parking lot there and I don't know if it just saw the other trailers. They were quite a ways up, but maybe that's as far as it wanted to go. I don't think the dumb summoning is meant for a long journey, so that could be part of it. Yeah, successful trip, thumbs up. We'll try some more about in Port Elgin when we get to the beach and stuff. I think we're gonna have to launch at the loading, like at the actual marina. I don't think we're gonna be able to launch where we normally launch because it's quite shallow, and I don't think you're supposed to drive a big battery operated vehicle into the water, which I don't think we'll be able to do. We might be able to launch it there and get it in the water, because we can always drag the machine off like we've done in the past, even with the truck, or unhook the trailer and tip it. But we definitely won't be able to pull it out of there, that's for sure. So we'll have to go to the marina to do that. So we'll get some footage of that, maybe throw it in this video or show you in another one. But otherwise, we'll stop off at the home point here and give you an update on the energy used towing the Sea-Doo. Okay, so we made it back home, and definitely there was a change. You can see there's a huge change in the average as well as the current drive in terms of kilowatt hours per kilometer. So significantly up, the current drive as well as the trip, right? So we're seeing 198 versus the 163, which was the high average. Yeah, so we're definitely using more energy. Not a ton more energy, but certainly more energy than we should be using, or we use on a normal basis. I shouldn't say should. We're towing a 1,000-pound Sea-Doo, so we're going to have to account for that when we head up to Port Elgin and figure out what we're going to do. But otherwise, it was a successful trip. The summiting didn't work so well going back into the water, like I said, but coming out of the water was fantastic, so that's helpful. Definitely makes it easier getting out of the water. We can see here we still have trailer mode on because for some reason it doesn't want to shut off. So we'll go into dynamics and turn it off, and we're good to go. So I don't know that it does anything different. That's my big concern. So I'm definitely going to do some more research on what it's all about and how much adjustment. Maybe do a little bit of driving with the trailer without trailer mode on, maybe during some back roads, and see if there's a change. But that's what I can tell you about towing the Sea-Doo down to Hamilton, 92-kilometer round trip, 198 watt hours. That's not so bad. Anyways, Greg Cinti here at Along for the Ride EV. Thanks for subscribing. Check the notification bell if you want to see more. And if you're thinking of a Tesla, use that referral code and check out Full Self Driving, because it is quite the impressive system. As always, we'll see you on the next one.